Hey guys, yeah, this is a bit of an unscheduled video because, believe it or not, I've just got my Christmas present via my mother, Janet Parfitt, from my brother, Neil Avery, and I've got a feeling this might be a kit. So, without further ado, Neil, thank you very much for your present, mate, even though it's the other side of Christmas. Because he's been busy, bless him, as so have I, because obviously with our work schedules, it's just been insane. So I thought I'd do an unwrapping and an unboxing, if this is in case what I think it is. So bro, here we go. I'm just going to unwrap it. So thank you from you and Debs and the cats, a meow, as it were. So let's see what this might be. Let's have a little look. And oh, this is what I think it is. It's Art Riffield, and yeah, I think this is what. Oh my God, it is. It's one I've had my eye on. Oh my Lord, Neil, you shouldn't have, mate. You are a nutter. It is absolutely insane. It is Rifield's Whitman Tiger SO1. Oh mate, I mean, beggars belief. I mean, I'm absolutely blown away. Jesus. Yeah, it's Whitman's early Tiger production with a full interior. Wow. And I thought he was buying that at Telford for himself. You sod. You absolute bugger. So, yeah, wow. I'm absolutely blown away, mate. I mean, what can you say? Jeez. Um, Thank you very much, bro. I mean, I'm just absolutely blown away. Wow. And if anybody's seen this, it's got an absolute full interior, which you can actually leave clear parts to see all the actual interior. And the same on the actual body as well. So I think what we'll do without further ado is have a look at this kit. Kit number's 5025. It's one of the series that they've actually brought out, I think, the earlier part of last year, 2019. Now, this sod, I actually saw him buy this at Telford, and he was buying it. He said he was buying it for himself, and lo and behold, he was actually buying it for me. So, you bugger. You absolute sod. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, wow. Um, Obviously, the one I shall actually do it in, because I've already done 1331, which is the old Dragon kit, which was the version used for the first SS Panzer Division Leafstandarte 43 at Kursk. And this is the latter variant, SO4. Well, it's not SO4, it's actually the actual pedant number was S21. Russia, January 1944. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Wow. It's a big box, as you can see, and you've got an illustration of the actual winter version of his early Tiger, obviously out in Russia, January 44 in the snow-ridden Russia. And it says it's got a full interior, clear parts of the hull and turret, which is, yeah, awesome. So let's have a little look at this. Oh, wow. There you go. And we've got the instruction sheet here and paint guide, which you can see, which is actually by Hello Mig. And one thing I do want to say is that Mig, if you're watching this, my friend, we are so sad to hear of the loss of your wife. And I know I've been battling cancer for quite a while. All I can say, Mig, is that our thoughts and prayers are going to you all at this very difficult time. So you're in my thoughts, bud. Okay, as we all think of you right now, because Mig does a lot for the community, and his wife did as well. So you know, she's going to be a big loss at such a young age. But It's never easy losing loved ones, but there you go. But our thoughts and prayers are with you at this difficult time. Anyway, as you can see, you've got the colour guide here. This is the instruction sheet, all in pamphlet form, which is nicely done. What we'll first start off with is unusually the assembly of the actual turret along with the mantlet, which you can see there. And you've got two options, obviously the use of the one with 1331 and SO4. And then you've got the major part, the actual mechanism that you can see here, which you need to build up. Step 3 is assembling the interior along with the mantlet, which you can see here, and then you've got the turret ring and the actual mechanism which actually drives the turret round. So there you go, and the commander's seat, loader's seat. Again, as you can see, you've got some of the mechanisms there and the interior, which is awesome. There's the turret ring right there. I'll get it up close, as you can see there. And then obviously you've got the more of it there, as you can see, more of the mechanism. This is the lower plate. And then you've obviously got the fuel tanks which you can put in there. And then you've put the lower part of the turret frame onto the lower part, and then you've got all the detail on the interior of the actual turret to assemble, and then you assemble all of that, as you can see there, along with the main gun and the mantlet. Okay, now obviously you've got the option of basically having the clear part on it so you can see all the interior. I might not necessarily do this. I'm sort of hedging my bets at the moment. I'll tell you what, I've just had an idea, because this could be my entry into the James Skiffins diorama build. So I don't know. I'm sort of pondering, because I haven't really sort of made my mind up as to which I'm going to do. As I'm going to do, I'll announce it. Again, you've got the detail for the upper part of the turret and the interior. And then you've got the actual loader's hatch to assemble and put together along with the air vent. And then you put the upper part of the turret on, okay? And then obviously you've got the commander's cupola, which you assemble there. You can have it closed or open. Okay. And then obviously you've got the optics which go into the commander's cupola along with the cupola itself. And then there's the assembly of the smoke launchers, okay? And this is for the 1331 interior, because obviously you've got options for that. Obviously it's done in green, so there you go. Let's have another look here. Again, you've got the turret bin which goes onto the rear of the actual turret along with the loader's hatch. Oh, or is it? Yeah, loader's hatch and the vision port. And then obviously the racks for your spare tracks go either side. And then you've got the assembly of the interior of the main hull, which obviously starts with the interior frame. And then obviously you've got the final drive at the back there as well. And then that shows you how to assemble the final drive for the idler wheel. And then obviously this shows you the underframe, as it were, etc. Okay. Let's get on to this, because I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's going to be pretty long, I think. Then you got the side plates which go onto the lower hull, and then the final drive fitment goes in there along with the tow bars and on the rear of the actual vehicle. Further interior detail goes in, as you can see there, because obviously you've got the suspension arms or everything in there. And then you've obviously got the driver's seat, which you assemble and put the actual driving handles, as it were. But I'm sure on Tigers they've got this wrong. It actually had a steering wheel, because it was the first tank to have one. So, I'll have to do my research on that. Then you got the fitment of some of the actual final drive itself, along with the steering wheel. So there you go, and there's all the gearbox, etc., which you've got to assemble. That's how it's positioned once it's actually done. Okay. And then more of the interior frame goes on, as you can see here. More internal parts and lumps and bumps and shell cases go inside at the bottom of the actual where the turret ring's going to go. And then you've got the rear plates with the interior detail again with more lumps and bumps, okay, which fit into there, which is actually where the actual main crew cabin is. And obviously you've got your shells either side, plate for the bottom there, and then obviously you've got the main drive assembly which goes into the engine bay. Well, it's the actual crankshaft by the looks of it there. So there you go. Which you can see is fully assembled for the interior there. These, I'm not quite sure what these are. Maybe they're more shell cases, I don't know. This is part of the internal drive for the engine mechanism, I should assume. And then you've got the assembly of the air fan filters, etc., which go in time with the interior engine wall. I think this is part of the engine, I'm not sure. Part of the I'm trying to remember what the blooming engine was now. Oh, it's gone. Anyway, I normally know all this about Tigers, but for some reason my brain has just gone bleh this morning. But there you go, there's the assembly of the engine itself. Oh, Henschel engine, which actually goes into the engine deck. Okay, so there's going to be quite a bit of painting to do and weathering to do on that. And then obviously you've got the assembly of the sprocket. Now you do have two options. Obviously you've got one for SO4 and one for 1331, whichever version you're doing. And then obviously you've got some more bits and bobs which go in the interior, the back plate, and then obviously you've got the fitment of the exhaust shrouds, etc., which go on the back. And then you've got part of the firefall system there. And again, this is the option for the 1331. So obviously they've done their research, so well done to you guys at MIG. And then at the back here, obviously it's just showing you the fitment of the road wheels. I'm not going to put these on until the very last part of the assembly. Then you've got the assembly of the jack here, which goes onto the back plate, etc. And then you've got the fitment of all the various screws which go into the wheels. And then obviously this is the positioning of the wheels, as you can see there. And then I think this is the actual front glacis, and you put all the interior and vision port in there. The assembly of the actual ball turret as well, which actually goes onto the front of the vehicle, okay, on the lower hull. And then there's all your tools and your clamps, and then you've got the fitment of your edge brass part of the engine air inlets, as you can see there. And then you've got the pinholes for where you need to put the drill in for where the tools and everything is going to go. And then you've got the assembly of the engine deck along with the firefall system, because obviously this is an early version. And there's the fitment of all the parts on the upper deck. I'm not going to do this until I've actually got the upper deck on the actual vehicle. I'm not going to glue it down because obviously I want to do it in a way that you can remove it and see the interior. Again, the tow ropes go on here, and they're actually showing you, oh, hang on, how to build up the tool clamps, okay, which is fantastic. So this kit has really got some detail in it, guys, wow. And then you've got your turret rods which go in for cleaning out the turret, and obviously you've got the little brackets there as well. And then there's the actual driver's hatch which goes on, and even the actual mechanism that you've got there as well. So wow, in fact I might have that one open as well. What else? This is the same process again for 1331 because it's all in green, which you can see here, okay. And finally the appliance of the upper hull to the actual engine deck, as it were. I might have this as a maintain vehicle, I don't know, we'll see. There's all sorts of ideas going around in my head at the moment, and then obviously you've got the option there. Then the upper deck goes onto the main hull, along with the front glacis and frontal armour, along with the tow ropes, and then obviously smoke launchers on there as well. And then finally, you've got the assembly of all the individual track links, which you have on the Ryefield model, and the fitment of all the firefalls, and then obviously the fitment of the actual turret to the main vehicle, along with the side fenders. Okay, and then there's your colour options, which you've got on the back. First option is an early in winter of January 44 SO4, which actually was his company commander's vehicle and used in the well-known photograph, which I think he got when he got his Knight's Cross with all of the crew members at the front of the vehicle, if you remember. Now, Dragon actually do a kit of this as well. I think it's still available on eBay, but it's going crazy prices, and I did have that one in my stash at one time. And then obviously you've got the option of the vehicle which Michael drove at the Battle of Kursk, and more essentially the Battle of Prokhorovka 1331, which, if you remember, is now sitting in my cabinet. So there you go. Right, what we're going to have a go at now is have a look at all the kit parts. I may unbox some of them. These are the clear parts of the turret, in case you want to show off the interior. I'm in and ahhing about that at the moment, so we shall see. But I think it's an ingenious way of actually not having to worry about taking the front of the vehicle off. I might leave it at that, I don't know. The turret actually, unfortunately, comes in two halves, so you've got that awful seam line, which is a bit of a pain, but there you go. But again, you've got the frontal clear part there for the glacis to look down on the interior, and even with the engine grills, which you can see here. And this one, again, you've got the turret halves, and I don't know why you've got a spare one there, so I suppose it's for the option of whichever vehicle you're going to do, SO4 or 1331. Part of the turret, which is all one piece, which I'm pleased about, and then you've got a selection of three mantlets, which you see there. And then there's the actual front part of the turret. I can't remember, my brain's just gone mush today. Upper part of the turret hull, which actually has got some nice texturing on it as well, and the actual weld seams are very nicely caught there, so well done, Ryefield. And again, on the side of the turret here, which I think you can see, if I can get it into focus, you can see some nice weld line detail here and on here. Beautifully done. There's your turret bin. Again, nice, crisp, exquisite detail. Commander's cupola, nice and crisp again. Crew hatches, which you can see there. Beautifully done, grab handles, and the detail on the actual turret ring with the grills, if I can get it into focus, is beautifully caught. Then you got your side plates here, nicely done again, nice and smooth. Firefalls, okay, firefall tanks. Side skirts, again, I might separate these and have them damaged or whatever, because they did get dented and God knows what. And also with the smokestacks here for the exhausts, I might get them a little bit bent, damaged. Front glacis, nicely caught. Tow ropes, nicely textured. And also you've got part of the sprocket here, which is nicely moulded, beautifully clean and clear and crisp. Okay, and then you've got the rear mud guards, which you've got right here. Again, I love the detail in the actual riveting on it. If I can get that into shot, beautifully caught. And on this one is part of the interior of the actual turret. Again, the lower decking grille is exquisitely caught. So there you go. And then obviously you've got upper part of the actual turret ring, beautifully caught again. Machine gun there, nicely caught, beautiful detail on that. Part of the actual turret mechanism there, various parts there, all very crisp and clearly made. You even got the turret basket is even nicely textured as well, although unfortunately you have got some weld marks in there, so they'll have to be filled. And obviously you've got your tanks there, your oil cans there, so they're nicely caught as well. A wealth of detail on this. This is going to make a beautiful kit, it really is. And even you've got part of the actual turret mechanism here, where the actual turret basket goes. There you go, beautifully done. Lovely line of detail there. And here you've got parts of the actual gearbox, beautifully caught, precisely engineered. And there's the drive mechanism part of it, so that's going to be needing some nice weathering on it. There's the side part of the actual gearbox, as it were, wall, nicely caught again. And then you've got the internal framework, which is nicely done, and the interior of the actual back plate is beautifully detailed, as you can see there. Get it round the right way. Lovely, beautifully, clearly, crisply moulded. They must have actually done a lot of research on this on Tiger 131 at Bovington, I would have thought, if all this kit was released. And again, on here, the actual grill plating on the floor is nicely caught as well. Beautifully done. There you go. Next components, part of the actual excuse me, I've got a bit of a dry throat. Fan blades there, nicely done, and even the actual interior part here from where the fan blades go, beautifully detailed and caught. And again, more of the engine there, beautifully cast. There you go. Absolutely exquisite, it really is. Nicely done. And then we're moving on. I think these are the actual aerials, so nicely moulded, nice depth as well. Again, part of the turret bin, more oil cans, which you can see there. Tools are nicely moulded, crisp, beautifully done. There you go. And then on here, you again got the sprocket. You've got the option of 2 sprockets, obviously one for 1331 and the other one for SO4, so you may have to do your research on that. And then you obviously got the suspension arms, which you can see here, nicely done, and the actual funnel, the actual drive for the sprocket there as well, beautifully cast, very well done. And then you've got the actual screws which go on the wheels, etc. And part of the actual exhaust there, nicely done. And then you've got all the actual shells, beautiful, and these are exquisite, I have to say. Look at the detail on those shells, beautifully done. And obviously you've got part of the shell racks here, so that is going to take some time to paint, I tell you, but it's going to look awesome. Beautifully done. Right, and then next part is the actual road wheels. Again, they are beautifully cast, exquisitely done, although they are going to take quite a bit of masking and painting. But hey, I've done earlies before, and I must admit it is my favourite version of the Tiger. So there you go. And these are part of the pins for the actual tracks, which are workable, I think. And there's your main track links themselves, which are going to be a friggin' nightmare. But Neil's assured me they go together beautifully, actually. So we shall see. And then you've got the actual hull itself, which is beautifully cast, as you can see there. Sorry if it's rattling, but I'm not taking these out of the boxes, unfortunately, because this is on the spur of the moment review. But yeah, it's gorgeous, and even the Weldstein detail on the back here is beautifully caught as well. And then obviously you've got the interior as well, nicely done. More track links, okay. And then for the final sprue is your upper deck, your rear outer plate. You've got your main frontal armour there, more fifles. So obviously you've got different fifles for either version. Barrel rods, which you can see there, various rods, etc. Part of the fifles there. Lovely detail in the ammo boxes, I have to say. Look at that, that is gorgeous. So yeah, beautifully caught. So that is how many sprues. Hang on, and then finally we've got some etched brass details here. I should imagine the engine grills are in there as well. I'm not going to take them out of the bag because I don't want to lose the parts. And then on here you've got your two options for either tank, SO4 or 1331. I'm going to see if I can get some aftermarket and turn it into S21, which was Whitman's actual vehicle. So there you go. But wow, what a kit. This is going to be absolutely awesome. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sprues in this kit. So yeah, enough to keep you busy, including the tracks. So yeah, it's going to be quite a build, this. It's awesome. It's really bloody awesome. And then finally, obviously, you got your colour chart there with all the colours which are referred to by MIG colours. I'll have to do some cross-referencing on these. So there you go. And it's even suggestion here what washes to use, filters, streaking rust, track wash, etc. So there you go. It's very handy. And then inside you've obviously got your sprue tree as well. And apparently they've also got a colour guide on the interior here as well, so that is very nice. And then on the interior itself as well. So yeah, this is an awesome kit. And then obviously you've got the option here of the 44 January version SO4, which is probably more than likely going to be mine, but I'm going to renumber it as S21 for more accuracy. So there you go. But bro, mate, Debbie, I just can't thank you enough. You did a sneaky one on there with me at Telford, you bugger, but that's awesome, absolutely bloody awesome. And guys, get hold of some of their kits, because apparently some of their Tigers are awesome. Although, as Mike Cohen has said in the past with some of these kits, the only thing that's inaccurate is the smoke launchers. They're a bit thick, so he suggests that if you've got any spares from any Dragon kits, use those, and that's what I'm probably going to do, because I've got loads of Tiger spares. But bro, that is damn awesome. Thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart, and to you, Debbie, as well. That is damn awesome. I'm blown away, I really am. So thank you very, very much. And also, I'm just going to put in a mention, it's good to see that my fellow buddy Mike Cohen is back on the scene, and Cohen Scale Modelling is back in the fray. He's going to do things differently, as he's explained in his video. I've sat and watched his reintroductory video, so get onto his channel, and he's got loads of how-tos, and he's posting loads of his past builds. So he wants to get back to the essence of modelling for people who are coming back into the hobby and those who are just starting out. So he's helped me a lot out in the past with my builds, and it shows. So buddy, good to see you back, bud. And I know you're a big one for the Tigers, and you've built a few of the rifle kits, but wow, I am absolutely blown away on this, bro. Thank you ever so much. So there you go. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I will speak to you soon.